This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
BBC World Service, it's 18 hours GMT. This is Oliver Conway with the newsroom. Israel has been accused of killing more than 20 Palestinians in a so-called safe zone, even as it intensifies its assault on Rafah.
The feeling and mood in the city is one of despair, fear, and that sense of surrender.
Israel denies targeting the displacement camp, also on the newsroom.
Read the cover today of the New York Post. Everybody says this is crazy, this is not a trial that should happen. This is a dark day in America.
The latest in closing arguments in Donald Trump's criminal trial. Despite protests, Georgia's parliament overrides its presidential veto to pass a Russia-style foreign agents bill. And later,
One of the things he said was the Olympics are just a competition for me. They will end, and after they end, there will be another one. So he still thinks he's got a lot to give.
the banned Chinese swimmer hoping to make a comeback. First, that's what's to.
Hello, I'm Moira Alderson with the BBC News. Health officials in Gaza say that 21 Palestinians, more than half of them women, have been killed by Israeli strikes on a camp for displaced people west of Rafah. Israeli military has denied this. Sebastian Usher reports.
Emergency services say that 4 tank shells hit a group of tents in Al-Mawasi, an area on the coast of Gaza that was designated by Israel as a place of relative safety. According to names supplied by the Gaza Health Ministry, 13 of those killed were women. It comes as Israeli tanks moved into the center of Rafah and took control of a hilltop overlooking the west of the city. The Israeli military seems to be accelerating its operation in Rafah amid international condemnation of an airstrike targeting 2 Hamas commanders on Sunday that resulted in a fire that swept through a camp for displaced Palestinians, killing dozens of people. The Israeli military spokesman has suggested there may have been a weapons depot nearby that was ignited.
A merchant ship is lifting and taking water after being hit in a missile attack in the Red Sea. The Maritime Security Agency said the vessel was targeted by 3 missiles. Iranian-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen have been hitting shipping to support Palestinians. Donald Trump's lawyers have told a court in New York that the first ever criminal prosecution of a former US president is based on lies, part of closing arguments in his hush money trial. Here's Neda Tawfiq.
Todd Blanche, Donald Trump's lawyer, began by saying that Donald Trump is innocent and that prosecutors haven't proven their case beyond a reasonable doubt. What prosecutors have to show is that Donald Trump tried to cover up election fraud by falsifying business records to disguise the hush money payment to Stormy Daniels as legal expenses rather than a reimbursement. And what the defense has been saying is that Michael Cohen, Donald Trump's former fixer, is a liar and cannot be trusted.
Neda Tawfiq reporting from New York. Parliament in Georgia has overridden a presidential veto and adopted a law whose critics say it will trample on human rights. The European Union warned it would have a negative impact on Georgia's quest to join the bloc. Rehan Dimitri is in to DC.
Thousands of people gathered outside Georgia's parliament to watch on a large screen the final minutes of the debate inside. Opposition MPs appealed to the governing party to stand on the right side of history and not, as they said, on the side of Russia, occupation and betrayal. But the government argues that the law will protect Georgia from foreign interference. Under the legislation, media and non-governmental organizations receiving financing mostly from Georgia's Western partners must register as organizations acting in the interest of a foreign power.
Rehan Dimitri reporting. World News from the BBC. The French President Emmanuel Macron has said Ukraine should be allowed to neutralize Russian military bases if they're being used to fire missiles across the border. Most countries supplying weapons to Ukraine have done so on condition they're not fired into Russia itself. However, the NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg told European defense ministers that such restrictions should be lifted. Vladimir Putin responded by warning of serious consequences, particularly for small countries. A group of European countries are meeting in the Czech capital Prague to discuss ways of sending more weapons and ammunition to Ukraine. The Czech Republic has been the driving force behind an initiative to procure artillery shells from global markets for Ukraine. Nearly 200,000 artillery rounds of that initiative are expected to arrive on the battlefield in June. Pope Francis has apologised after reportedly using a derogatory term to refer to gay men. The Vatican spokesman said the Pope had not meant to offend anyone. More from Ian Russell.
It all refers to comments made by the Pope in a behind-closed-doors meeting at the Italian Bishops' Conference.